Will the internet come to an end? Probably not, unless there is a world war somewhere on the horizon. But I predict that the internet will change quite a bit, where it will be censored to the point where freedom of expression will be greatly reduced to only what it wants. This is an audio opinion piece, written and produced by Pierre Anthony and narrated by me, Andrew. Who is it? For clarity, I am not a prophet of some sort, nor a conspiracy theorist. However, I can see that major censorship may be coming into play. There are currently so many cases where channels and websites are being deleted, demonetized, and not allowed to express matter that is not conducive to its will. It is unclear who it is, but worldwide, the leftists are pushing hard to stop the right. When I speak of leftists, I refer to the communistic socialist ideology. Strangely, this ideology never worked, but even still, a hard push from the leftists, as if this time it might work. Some countries are implementing stricter internet regulations, which can lead to increased censorship. For instance, China and Russia have stringent controls over internet content. In contrast, other countries prioritize freedom of expression and work to prevent excessive censorship. Organizations and legal frameworks, such as those in the EU and the US, often push back against overdoing. In other words, when things go too far. Technologies for filtering and monitoring online content are becoming more sophisticated, making it easier for authorities to censor content. At the same time, new tools and techniques for bypassing censorship, like VPNs and decentralized web technologies, are also evolving. Social media and tech companies have significant control over what content is allowed on their platforms. Their policies can lead to the censorship of certain types of content, either due to regulatory pressure or internal guidelines. Companies may also engage in self-censorship to avoid conflicts with governments or to align with their business interests. This I can understand, because they have a brand that needs protecting, perhaps government contracts and the like. The level and type of censorship vary widely across different regions. Some areas may see increased restrictions, while others may experience a push for greater openness. Nonetheless, what about the role of the one world order? Now, trying my best not to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but with the last elections, or should I rather say, with the running up to the US elections, it did appear as if the media had a big role in Biden winning. There are still media that down Trump, and not entirely sure what it is all about, but reporting should probably be on the plus and the minus of a candidate, what they could do, and not just the negative. It seems that the negative could be manufactured to discredit someone, but to what end? What is the narrative? In 2024, we can see this everywhere: the Ukraine and Russia debacle, Israel and Hamas, wokeness and before, Black Lives Matter, and the list goes on. If there is a higher order, they would want to start controlling the narrative, controlling what goes out into the world, and what should. People need to hear the truth, and they want to hear the truth. But what is the truth exactly? I believe that God created the universe, for example. Others say 6.5 billion years of evolution. I'm not convinced that the Bible gives us the age of the earth, but I am convinced that it gives us the age of humanity, animals, plants, and everything else. When scientists say that it all starts from nothing, I disagree because nothing is nothing. But I cannot argue the age of the universe because I am not sure, nor are they. The point is that we are bombarded with things on the internet that drive their own narrative. Like this audio article, I drive the narrative that I suspect there will be a worldwide stringent censorship that will only drive its own agenda and narrative. What is that narrative? Well, I am guessing it will be a form of communism and socialism. To control the world and make it a better place for some, the minority, but not so much the majority. This agenda is not a secret underground movement, but an open agenda that says we are too many people on the face of the earth, and that at least half must die. All right, perhaps not as direct as that, but nonetheless, apparently there are too many people on earth. Now, some speak out about it, but I suspect that will come to an end. I suspect that the narrative would be something to the effect of how good it will be to own nothing and be happy about it. Socialism dictates that everything belongs to everyone? Huh? Imagine being a property owner. You worked your fingers to the bone to own it, and someone comes along and says, "Sorry, this now belongs to the people," and the people will tell you what to do with that property. Using the dark web or underground web to get your message out will also not work, because the into your device and the out of your device will be strictly censored. Companies may rely more on artificial intelligence and machine learning to automatically detect and remove content deemed inappropriate or harmful. This could lead to over-censorship or false positives due to the limitations of these technologies. There could be an increase in the use of surveillance technologies to monitor online activities and track people. Well, surveillance in terms of use is already in place. Just go to a store and your phone will ask, "Did you enjoy shopping at so-and-so?" Then, the big elephant in the room. Fine, they are tracking your phone. Yes, they are tracking your internet usage, and people are getting censored. And yes, your freedom of speech will likely be downgraded to only a select few views. But what about electricity? Data banks use a huge amount of power and water. With a big drive to become carbon neutral, the baseload will probably become insufficient, and solar and wind will probably fail to give enough power. Boom, the internet is off. This is so ironic that the leftist drive for clean energy could also be responsible for heavy censorship and ultimately the death of the internet due to the lack of enough electricity. What should be heavily censored on the internet, like pornography and false information, are not. Go figure. Is there a sinister plan lurking in the bowels of the dark internet, wanting to destroy mankind? AI, perhaps? Actually, we need to stop thinking AI will be the doom of man. No, it is man that will be responsible for the destruction of humans. Ask yourself, who made AI, and who told AI how to think and how to react? No, I do not know, but I do suspect that pretty soon, the internet will not be as we know it, but one-sided. The side of the few, the side of the one world order.